Before I introduce you to the story, my whole point is that Tamil Nadu is really not doing very well so far as COVID is concerned and is struggling with it. So do we need this at this time? Like in Tamil we say, Romba mukyam. Do we need this right now? This controversy. I mean, the story is something which will again make you, sit up and take note of a particular minister. But then the point is that the timing of it. Tamil Nadu's Minister for HR and CE, Shekhar Babu, has stoked a controversy with his comment against North Indians. The Minister for Religious Endowment said that the North Indians living in the state are getting richer, not because of the BJP. He presumes it was because of the BJP, but because of Dravidian parties to which he belongs, which is the Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam. He made it clear that he considers North Indians in Tamil Nadu as voters of the BJP. Listen into what he says.
தொடர்ந்து அந்த இயக்கத்தை தான் ஆதரித்துக் கொண்டிருக்கின்றனர். நம்முடைய நாடாளுமன்ற உறுப்பினர் கூட சொல்லுவார், அவர்கள் நமக்கு வாக்களிப்பதே இல்லை, ஏன் விழுந்து விழுந்து அவர்களுக்காக நீங்கள் பாடுபடுகிறீர்கள் என்று கேட்பார். அவர்களும் இந்த மண்ணின் மைந்தர்கள். ஆகவே அவர்களையும் வாக்களித்தவர்களுக்கும் வாக்களிக்காதவர்களுக்கும் தேர்ந்தெடுக்கப்படுகின்ற சட்டமன்ற உறுப்பினர் பொதுவானவர், அதேபோல் தேர்ந்தெடுக்கப்படுகின்ற முதலமைச்சரும் பொதுவானவர் என்ற எண்ணத்தில் தான் உங்களுக்கு நாங்கள் பணியாற்றிக் கொண்டிருக்கின்றோம். குறிப்பாக துறைமுகத்தை சார்ந்த நண்பர்கள் தான் அதிகம். அருமையண்ணன் தயாநிதி மாறனுக்காக நான் தேர்தல் பணியாற்றினேன். அப்பொழுதும் உங்களுடைய வாக்கு வங்கி, உங்களுடைய வாக்கு எங்களுக்கு பெரும்பாலும் கிடைக்கவில்லை. அதேபோல் 2016 சட்டமன்ற தேர்தல் எங்களுக்கு சரியாக கிடைக்கவில்லை. ஆனாலும் பரவாயில்லை, 2016 சட்டமன்ற உறுப்பினராக தேர்ந்தெடுக்கப்பட்டவுடன் உங்களுக்காக முழுவதுமாக நாங்கள் பணியாற்றி இருக்கின்றோம். பல இடங்களில் உங்களது வீடுகள் கட்டப்படுகின்ற பிரச்சனைகள் வருகின்ற பொழுது உங்களுடைய எந்த எதிர்பார்ப்பும் இல்லாமல் உங்களுக்கு நாங்கள் பணியாற்றி இருக்கின்றோம். அதேபோல் 2019ஆம் ஆண்டு நாடாளுமன்ற உறுப்பினராக அருமையண்ணன் தயாநிதி மாறன் தேர்வு செய்யப்பட்டார்கள். நீங்கள் அதிகமாக வசிக்கின்ற அந்த பகுதிகளில் எங்களுக்கு சொல்லும்படியான வாக்குகள் கிடைக்கவில்லை. பரவாயில்லை, அப்பொழுதும் உங்களுக்கு நாங்கள் தொடர்ந்து நாடாளுமன்ற.
We are now joined by, a very prestigious panel, and I will introduce to all of them turn by turn. But first up, Vinod P. Selvam, who's president of the BJP youth wing in Tamil Nadu, and someone who fought straight against Shekhar Babu in the harbour area. And I'm taking Mr. Selvam first because he has to leave for yet another meeting somewhere. Vanakkam, Mr. Selvam.
Vanakkam, ma'am. How are you?
Should I also say namaste to you, considering it's a very good time to say both Vanakkam and namaste?
Vanakkam to you as well. Thank you, ma'am.
What I know that Shekhar Babu is a senior. You went, against him in the harbour area. He won by 27,000 odd votes. Don't you think this kind of a controversy, and that too at a food distribution program, is totally uncalled for?
It is very unfortunate that especially at this point of time, when Tamil Nadu is the worst affected state in the entire country in the COVID management, and people are dying on the streets, in the hospital corridors, without beds, without oxygen, without proper care, for a minister to be talking about an issue of this sort is truly shocking. He should understand, the minister should understand that the DMK alliance only won this election with a 3% margin over the NDA alliance. It is not that the entire people of Tamil Nadu voted for them. It was only 3% more which voted them. Yes.
Yeah, but Vinod, let's now, because see, harbour is an area, considering I'm a Tamil and I was there covering the elections. We all know about Saukarpet. We know that, the area is full of North Indians, Rajasthanis, Gujaratis. There are these beautiful spice shops. Even otherwise, Tamil Nadu government today has a lot of North Indians as bureaucrats who are doing a fantastic job. My whole point is that this kind of a slugfest which is going on, I mean, this kind of a controversy that he has stoked, Shekhar Babu, what do you think? There is Tamil nationalism, there is about Hindi Theriyadu Poda and all that we know. But what is with the timing? I just don't understand. He won this election. Let's take him as a candidate. 27,000 odd votes he won. The fact is also that there are around 30,000 North Indian voters in your area. So I just don't understand that what propelled him to say this or do this.
See, what is more shocking is he has agreed on tape, on record, that the MP, Mr. Dayanidhi Maran, also has told, why should we work for these people?
Right.
So it is even more shocking. And now this is an open threat saying we know who we are voting for. So it is an open threat to a community. See, when we contested, when BJP contested, our motto was simple. We saw every voter as a citizen of India, as a citizen of Tamil Nadu, as a citizen of Harbour. We did not see them as slum dwellers or from a particular community or from north, south, Telugu, nothing. In fact, Shekhar Babu is not from Tamil Nadu. His roots are not from Tamil Nadu. But people have voted for him and we agree because that's what the Constitution of India says. Anyone can contest anywhere and can win. But this is dirty politics. And stooping down to these levels and putting certain communities down and trying to threaten them, this is the true color of DMK.
Well, let me tell you, yeah, sure, but you know, Vinod, this has been happening in Tamil Nadu, and I'm only speaking because in the context of Tamil Nadu, I'm not singling the state out. But even the BJP has done enough damage, you know, trying to kind of, you know, I always thought the South was different. I still think the South is different. I still think that the South has more sanity than the North could ever have, so far as communities are concerned, although I live and work out of Delhi. The point is that, you know, even BJP has not been very behind. It has also spoken about Hindus. It's also spoken about, you know, strident Hindus, whereas Tamil Nadu doesn't have a monolithic Hindu character ever. I'm a different Hindu from you, and vice versa, and maybe I'm not even a practicing Hindu. So all I'm saying is that the timing of it seems to be all wrong. You know, what he has said. Do you fear for Harbour, considering that, you know, you fought your elections from there, and, you know, you are someone who's from a well-known family. Not only that, but you were the main candidate of the BJP. Do you think trouble could brew in your area? And I, God forbid, not, Mr. Selvam.
Well, in that event, we have always made a promise that whether we win or lose, we are going to stand with the people and we are going to serve for them like how we've been doing before. 33,000 odd people have kept their faith in BJP and voted for BJP, which is quite a number, and we are definitely going to stand with the people. And today's event is an open threat, and people will realize that. You know, threatening them on stage along with an MP. This is quite shocking. It is quite frightening and threatening for the people of that area. But rest assured, we are going to stand by them. We are going to stand with them through these crisis times. And I really think it is important that the ministers get on their job and start doing what they've been destined to do. That is to handle the COVID crisis and ensure that the people of Tamil Nadu are safe.
Right.
And this is very unfair that this has happened today.
Vinod Selvam, thank you so much for joining us on this broadcast, and I hope all the North Indians, जितने भी हमारे North Indian भाई हैं वहाँ पर हाबर में और पूरे समूचे तमिलनाडु में, वो सब सुरक्षित रहें. I deliberately spoke in Hindi. Now let me go across to Prem Shankar, who's my colleague, who's joining us live from Chennai, and also C. Rajasekaran, who's from the Voice of Tamil Nadu, and has always spoken his mind out whenever such contentious issues have been brewing in Tamil Nadu. Prem, you first, very unnecessary, I think. I do not know what has propelled him because the elections are over. Shekhar Babu is a minister, and I would think that perhaps he's getting attention because of the entire Jaggi Vasudev issue. But, you are the best one. Put things in perspective. What is going on?
Well, in short, you summed it up, Sudha. It is completely unnecessary at this time. We know how much the North Indian communities, representatives there, we have been doing stories, how much they've been working, how much they've been contributing to this whole pandemic situation that Tamil Nadu is going through. While that be on one hand, I did speak to a couple of representatives before this live, once this news broke, and they were telling me they're not surprised at all because this is something that they've been hearing from the time the elections are over, that this senior leader of the DMK, Shekhar Babu, who's now a minister, has been telling anybody who is meeting him that people of the North Indian communities who are from his constituency have ditched him. And he's been openly, he's been telling this to people who are coming to meet him. But probably he's been saying it too often that he didn't realize that he's actually saying it on record. And like the BJP candidate Vinod there was telling, he goes on to say that his MP, which is Dayanidhi Maran, had asked him why should he serve the people of the North Indian community and their representatives because they've not voted for him. Now that comment is absolutely unjustifiable. This is not very obviously he's not saying that this was said on record, but he is making it a statement on record, which sends out a very dangerous signal